Hey guys, not sure if this is ready or not. Looks like it is. So I will just get everything prepared on my end here so I can see when you guys come on. Looks like I'm having a bit of a delay, but I think I'm on. So there we go. Perfection. Simple, easy, done and done. All right. I'm just gonna wait for few of you guys to come on. Today is Sunday. Me and Hannah are going to be on today. It looks like I'm having a little bit of a problem with my Comcast, but I believe it's working. There we go. Yeah. Hey, hey, Belikta. Hello. So Hannah's going to be on with us today. My computer is freezing up for some reason, but I can see that everything is going well. All right, I'm going to say hi to everybody. Somebody's giving love. Chic Parlor, hello. Sonia, hey Kim, lots of love back to you. Tammy, hi. Sophie, hi. Soul Haven, hello. Joy Nicole, hello. Or hello, Kim. How are you, Joy? Nicole. Belikta, you are on and beautiful. Thank you, Belikta. LA. Woohoo. All right. And T. I'm not sure what your name is. Oh, it is just T. Hey, Kawai. Bonjour. Bonjour to you. Jenna. Hey, Jenna. Hi, Kim. Butterfly. Empress. Hello, Butterfly. Let's see. Lafton. Hello, Kim. Yo, I just stay and trust. That's right. Anna Berger. Hello. Okay. And Hannah will be coming on today too. So you're going to have Mama Bear and Papa Bear on for the kind of OG for you guys who have been with us for a while, months ago. I believe it all started from Hannah calling me Mama Bear, and then he became Papa Bear, and then you guys were calling us both Mama Bear and Papa Bear. So Papa Bear is going to be on soon. Um, so yesterday I put up a video where I was reading a little bit out of the Law and the Promise, and I titled it Revision, but it actually is not a video on revision. And I could spend the time to go through all of the other things I filmed yesterday, but I'm just being honest. I don't feel like it. I don't want to spend my time doing that. So instead, I'm just going to probably talk about it a little bit during today's session, just my take on revision and how I revise things and how sometimes if I can't revise it, what I do. But I apologize. I need to probably change the title of that video from yesterday and the little picture that says revision on it. But I had done a lot of filming, as I said, and the video that I ended up uploading was not the revision one. So anyway, giving you guys some more time. Let's see. Hold on one second. And my baby just texted me, so he's going to be coming on soon. All right. Let's see. Carla, hey, beautiful. Hey, Carla, I've been waiting on another live. Awesome. Um, Giancarlo, hi from Brazil. Hey, my dad is from Brazil. I have family there. Let's see. LA. This is Patty. Hey, Patty. I finally got on when you're doing a live. Awesome. Hey, Patty. Good to see you. Soul Haven, Sweet, Tammy, Whitney, Glowing Kim, all is calm when you go live. Thank you for teaching me to persist and to live in the end. You're welcome. Bren. Yeah. Hey, Bren. Belikta, yes, I realized that too. It was interesting, but it was not revision. I know. I know. I have to, I'm just like super busy. So I'm going to change that. I could literally change it now while we're on live, but it's not a big deal anyway. I don't worry about those kinds of things. I just don't. When me and Hannah watched it, I think it was last night. And then after I was like, oh, that wasn't the revision video. But it is what it is. I don't really care. Lisa, hi, Soul Haven. It was still a great video. Thank you. I appreciate that. And A wrote, hey, my lovely. Hello, A. And Caro, love your videos. Love from Germany. Thank you, Caro. Lisa, beautiful smile you have. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. Doodle Doge, hey, from England. Hey. Every time I see your name, I think of Dogecoin. Doodle Doge. Master Moneyfester. Oh, I love your name. That's hilarious. Master Moneyfester. How funny and cute is that? Welcome, Master Moneyfester. So we're still waiting for some more people to come on. Carla, persistence is everything. Had an amazing Friday with my SP. So thankful for your energy and videos. That's amazing. Good for you. Laughton, I manifested her before unknowingly, but now since I'm doing it, it knowingly, hold on, you just jumped. Laughton wrote, I manifested her before unknowingly, but now since I'm doing it knowingly, I don't know what I'm doing, but stay in trust. Okay. Just get stable, get secure, get in trust, and know that while you're doing the inner work, it's all working. Stop thinking of yourself as being separate from your person. Really feel into the love and know while you're feeling into the love. And when you're in trust, you're feeling emotionally mature, you're feeling stable, you're feeling secure, you're knowing your value, you're knowing your worth, you're knowing their value and their worth. And you're only seeing yourself and you're only seeing your person in the highest and best light. Okay. And then get clear. You want to get really clear on what it is that you want in the relationship. You want to create some simple visualizing, like some visualizing techniques that you can do that's super simple. You don't have to. I do feel like sometimes this is made to be much more complicated than it actually is. What I do and what I did when me and Hannah were separated, and I had no proof of in my reality whether the inner work was working, I had trust in it because I knew we were created to love each other. Same thing goes for if I'm manifesting money. I know my value. I know my worth. I know I'm good at everything that I do. I know that I master everything that I do. I know that people love me. I know that anything that I do is a huge success. I know that if I want to make 30, 40, 50, $100,000 a month, I absolutely can. I have made $100,000 when I was manifesting, for example, my retail business because I wanted to prove that manifesting was real. I had no reason why it should have even been successful. And it became a huge, massive success. And I ended up bringing in over $100,000 per month. Okay. And that is with no experience and no logical reason, just sheer and pure will and trust in seeing myself as being the version of me that was making that kind of money. Okay. And seeing that basically, everything that I teach with everything. So, okay. Samia, happy Sunday blessings. Beautiful. Excited about the live today. Awesome. Paula, hi. Marianne, hi. Helder, hi. Okay. It's sad some people love money more. It's Helder. It's okay to love money. It's okay to love money. You can love money. Money is freedom. Money is safety. Money is security. Money is good. It's healthy. It's safe for you to have money. It's easy for you to have money. Money is energy. Money is simply a value exchange in energy between you and everyone else in the world. It's that simple. And a lot of times when you guys are afraid, me and Hannah were talking about this earlier today. I love talking to my baby because I love everything about, obviously, my other half. We are the owner of each other's hearts. I love them. Um, when you believe that it's hard to have money and you believe that money is scary to have and that if you have money, you're going to lose money, or that if you believe that money is the root of all evil, your inner compass is going to stop you from being able to make that money. It's like your barometer. Your barometer is set to be able to make a certain amount of money. You can increase that very easily. But if you stay thinking subconsciously that if you have money, it's going to make you a bad person, or that somehow all people who have money are greedy, or that if you have the money, you're going to lose it because you just don't feel that you're of value or worth, that you're not good enough to have that kind of lifestyle that you deserve to have, then you're going to be in your own way. But it's as simple as that. The money is within you. And so if we talk a little bit about God, and if God is the beginning of everything, there's literally, God is everything. And within God is every single thing. And so if you're within God and God is within you, and you are the many to the one gods, and you are the creator of your reality, and God gave you everything that you needed to do to be able to create, most importantly, your imagination. Okay. Your imagination is basically you. Your reality is you. Your subconscious mind and your imagination is what generates your experience in life. And so when you realize that, and you just, I do think that some people in the law of assumption community, when you are hitting, you're hitting a deep spiral of fear. For me, it has always been very good to have that ability to detach and hand it over, knowing that when I do that, I don't have to worry about, making this happen, that it's all being done for me, that I trust in God, and that I know that what's deep down in my soul, my desire, is literally what God created me to have or be. And when you come at it from that perspective, no matter what does happen in your 3D reality, that higher sense of knowing what life is and who you are, that will pull you through the dark parts. That'll pull you through the spirals and pull you up and out of it. Okay, so I want to read Northwest Wind because I've actually been, hold on. I've actually been seeing your messages and I meant to respond to you. You had actually asked, you said you were getting confused of reconciling between twin flame coaches that talk about that you shouldn't manifest your twin, and that you're having a hard time reconciling between twin flame coaches and videos and what you're reading about twin flames and Neville Goddard's teaching. So I just want to remind you, and I try to say this for a reason, you guys, in all of my videos. I learned how to manifest without YouTube, without reading stuff. And it was really very organic and natural and simple. And I'm very grateful that that's how I learned, because then I don't get caught up in anything that's outside of me, because I completely trust in myself, my abilities, and in God, the God that's within me, the God that's within everyone else, and the God that created everything. And so, um, okay, Northwest, the easiest way that I can say this is this. Any person at all, anything that you read, anything that you watch that has anything to do with twin flames, that says that you cannot manifest being in union with your twin flame, is just wrong. And it is black and white, 100%, as simple as that. So the best thing that you can do for you and your twin to get back in union, Northwest, is to stop watching those videos. Just completely stop, because you don't have to learn anything. It's not outside of you. None of it is. The desire to be with your twin is normal and natural, and the desire to be with your twin is equal with your twin for you. You don't believe that yet, which is why you're not seeing it. You're not accepting it yet, which is why you're not seeing it. It's okay, because as easy as we can create not being with our person, we can also create being with our person. And by the way, this is the same with any specific person, any soulmate, any kind of relationship. How you see yourself being the best version of you, and how you see your person being the best version of them, and how you see the relationship is all that you need to focus on. And you need to just know that while you're actually doing the inner work, you have to have this keen awareness to feel, if you are loving your person and all of your walls are down and you're allowing them to love you too, then when you know that while you're doing that, they're feeling it and everything is healing, that's all you need to do. Living from and thinking from and feeling from the end is not desperate, anxious, fearful, doubtful, or sad. It's just not. It's that simple. So I know a lot of people in the law of assumption community. I've heard a lot of really weird opinions being said about different types of soul connections and love connections. I've heard people that are really like, they really think that they understand the law of assumption. And I'm not meaning to put anybody down, but the law of assumption is simply the law of belief. Okay. It's that simple. And so if you believe that we don't have one person that we're meant to be with, then you most likely won't experience that in your reality. And I've heard a lot of law of assumption people just kind of be very judgmental with people who are manifesting their specific person back, which to me just tells me a lot about them. And it's not a big deal. If they don't want to believe that, then they don't have to. And if they can do whatever they choose to do. But sometimes I get the feeling that these are people who tried to manifest their specific person back and they couldn't because they were in some sort of doubt and they literally gave up. So then they feel this need to basically say the only way to manifest a specific person is to not manifest them, and that nobody is actually meant to be. To me, that's their opinion, and it holds no weight whatsoever in my reality. It just doesn't. So I pay things that are limiting none of my mind. I just don't pay attention to it. I don't subscribe to it. So let me take a sip of water and I'll go up and see if Northwest, did that answer your question? Northwest, okay, so I didn't actually read what you said today. Twin flame communities say to focus on cultivating divine love within and not necessarily. Okay, so I already answered that part. Your part two, what's your thoughts on connecting to formless unconditional love solely versus imaginal scenes of your twin? I don't believe in that. You just see the two of you guys together and happy, Northwest, and everybody else. Just guys, keep it simple. It's not complicated. It doesn't have to be complicated. Okay. It's the simpler you can make it, the better. Okay. Keep it simple, keep it simple, keep it simple. Your logical mind and your ego minds, okay. I was in the same boat. Your ego and your logical minds need to try to complicate things. Just keep it really simple, Lafton. How do you know you are doing the inner work? What are the results? How do you know it's working? You know it's working because you decide it's working. You make the decision. You are the one who decides that, Lafton. And how do you know you're doing the inner work? You either do the inner work or you don't do the inner work. So that question, I'm not sure, but I guess I'll answer it in this way. You are doing the inner work when you get clear on what it is that you want, despite what's happening in your 3D reality, whether it's around being in the relationship with your person or the money that you want to make and things like that. Usually it's money and love that are the two biggest things that my clients want to work on. And you should also do both, by the way. Um, so how you know when you're doing the inner work is when you make the conscious choice of knowing what your end is. So you get really clear. What is it that you actually want with your specific person? Do you want to be living together? Do you want a marriage together? Do you want to be together until the two of you guys grow old together? And do you what is it that you want? So get super clear about it. Okay. That's your end. A lot of times when people want to be married to their person, they'll ask me some questions like, should I be imagining the proposal? Should I be seeing a ring on my hand? Of course, you can do that. What I would do, though, is I would imagine that in addition, I would also see the two of you guys married, actually a married couple living in your home together, being happy together. And I would also bring in a lot of laughter. I did that with me and Hannah when we were in separation. Hold on one sec. When me and Hannah were in separation, a lot of the visualizations and the imaginary scenes that I had were a lot of laughter, a lot of having fun together, very joyous, listening to music, dancing together, him grabbing me, us kissing and making out and loving each other. And by the way, before we actually physically met and before we actually kissed, I felt what his kisses felt like. Okay. I knew what our bodies would feel like holding each other. And how it felt in reality was exactly how I imagined. And from my perspective, that's because all creation is literally already done. And so before you even were born, the reality of you being with your specific person and having the career that you want, making the money that you want, all of that stuff literally already did exist. And that is the highest and best version of you. And so as you become awakened and aware of life and yourself and the desires that you want, through experience of contrast, through your reality of things that you didn't want, and you decide, I am more than worthy, I'm more than good enough, and you start to become awakened. And sometimes people do this through this, learning how to manifest. Then you realize that the reality literally already existed, which is why I could feel it so deeply. It's because it's already there, it's already done, which is why you guys shouldn't worry so much and be so afraid. You should be living your life. When you're manifesting, you shouldn't always be in pain. You shouldn't always be living and thinking and feeling from being the version of you that's in a happy, loving relationship that's stable, secure. The two of you guys are trusting, emotionally mature, that you guys have fun together. That is not, you're not, if you're thinking always being anxious and depressed and sad and scared and in fear, that's not you living from the end. And you guys are like, well, then how do I live from the end? You go to your end in your imagination in the very beginning of the morning. I would wake up in the morning. So you can wake up in the morning and feel your person next to you, see you guys saying good morning to each other. Keep your eyes closed. Just imagine, what would it feel like if the weight of their body was on top of you? What would imagine if you guys were kissing each other, snuggling, kind of just saying good morning, baby, I love you, good morning, things like that. And then so that felt good. Then you can just literally give thanks for becoming such a powerful creator of your reality, do some self-concept affirmations, and then I would focus on doing a lot of self-love and value and worth and feeling like you are a priority and that you're chosen, you're adored, you're cherished, you're respected, you're appreciated. And you also want to see and respect and love and value and appreciate your specific person, because the only version of you and the only version of them that you're thinking about, you guys are for each other. You want each other equally. The desire is there between you guys equally. Okay. So you have some I am affirmations. And then you have some we affirmations, like we are whatever it is that you want. And you say, like, I personally, if I were you, I would get clear of what you want. If you want coaching, just email me at kim@coreunion.com and we can do coaching together and I can help you create the new story and give you some custom affirmations to do. But you just get clear about it. You write down your affirmations, which are pretty much opposite of what you experienced. You get clear, and then you do your inner conversations where you say your affirmations, you see your person in this way, and then you have inner conversations with each other. Okay. And that you're just really loving each other and knowing that while you're doing it, it's all working. And that's how you do the inner work. And then you stay on a very strict and focused, disciplined mental diet throughout the day. Okay. All right, let me see. Okay, I apologize, guys. I thought Hannah was coming on today, but it doesn't look like he is because I'm not going to be on much longer. So sorry if you don't get a chance to say hi to him. But anyway, let me keep reading here. Northwest, I have trouble reconciling Neville Goddard's teachings. Okay, and I already addressed Northwest. Northwest, please, can you confirm that you understand now that you just stop trying to reconcile the differences between twin flame coaches and Neville Goddard's teachings? Okay? Just keep it very simple and stop watching twin flame videos. If it's throwing you off, stop. Just stop. AM2 Media. I manifested SB to make my birthday amazing last week. Oh, that's great. She and my mom planned a super surprise birthday lunch and she gave me a super thoughtful gift. Oh, that's incredibly sweet. Soul Haven. I have never had as much fear in a relationship as this one with my SP and cannot figure out why. Because you really want them, Soul Haven, and you're afraid you're going to lose them. And so that taps into your deepest fear. Same thing with me and Hannah. Okay. I understood what manifesting was, but because I loved Hannah so much, it was so deep that really scared me a lot. And then all of my fears around relationships had to come up. So talk a little bit about, I talked a little bit about living from the end. I will talk a little bit about revision in a minute too. Let me see, Kareen. That's so true. I came out of such a situation recently. Oh my God, my nose is so itchy, guys. I'm trying to ignore it. Okay, I feel like the dog's hair is like right there on my nose, and I'm trying not to touch myself. Okay, the universe destroyed my life for me. No, I'm sorry, Helder. The universe did not destroy your life for you. To my country and meet my twin flame, and now she rejects me because she married for money. That's the old story, Helder. So if you want to keep experiencing that, keep commenting under videos and affirming for it, because when you constantly replay exactly what you don't want and you fall for the 3D illusion of all your fears and you keep writing it under videos, I know that you're probably seeking help, but instead, um, find a coach. I don't care if it's me or someone else. Find a coach that's reputable and work with them so they can teach you how to stop doing the kinds of things that you're doing, because what you're doing, your awareness on your old story is literally expanding it. So the more you keep aware of it, the more you're going to keep that in your reality. So you're keeping yourself in that state of lack and you're keeping your person in that state as well. Totally up to you. But I typically delete comments of the old story because it doesn't help anybody at all. Okay. So, they don't want twin flames to be together because twins create unconditional love, which is heaven on earth. You just have to listen to your heart. My twin taught me how to love myself. Amen. Part two, and this made our relationship stronger. That's right. Me and Hannah's relationship is the most incredibly unbreakable and shakable. It's amazing. So, Chris, hi, looking forward to talking to you. Good. Sorry, everybody jumped. Let me go up. I missed a lot of stuff here. Okay. Sorry. Everything just jumped. Wow. I'm trying to find my way back. Okay. Kareen, I've been talking to someone and I don't really know him but much, but I like him so far. Is it okay to leave things in God's hands to surprise me? Of course it is. Remember, God created you as being the creator of your reality. And whatever, when you get clear of what you want deep down, like if it deep down in your soul, you end up feeling that a particular person is your one. And I'm not talking about like lightly dating and stuff, but just know that God put those desires in you because that is exactly like always think of the desires as being a promise already of the wish fulfilled. It's already done. The best things that you can think of and feel are literally of your highest and best version of you. And whatever is part of that, the reason why it feels so good and you're inspired is because that is you. That's the true you. Balikta, true, because it makes no sense as a manifesting coach saying you can manifest all your desires, but not this. The law is the law and working impartial to everything. That's correct. Kareem De Silva, also, he doesn't have blue eyes. Okay. I love you, Kareem, but I got to get to some. Let's see, D. Lee. Law of assumption. People are so judgmental and mean, especially when you talk about law of attraction. Well, you know why? The law of attraction is very different than the law of assumption, but you're manifesting regardless of whether you're aware of you're manifesting everything. Your life is a reflection of you and all of you. So you're always going to be manifesting, and people manifest in all different ways, and you can be successful manifesting in all different ways. Okay, so Kat, hello. My ex-coach said that manifesting SP is lame now. She is laughing at people who are manifesting their loved ones. Well, your ex-coach is probably not a true coach. That's the best way I can put it, being loving. Ashwanti, hi, Kim. You are my favorite coach. Thank you, Ashwanti. I appreciate that. Kat, since 2020, feels so drawn to my SP, although he literally discards me every month at least, but always comes back. He is verbally so rude, but always says he wants me, but doesn't act steady and get me. So, Kat, stop seeing him as being verbally rude and see him as being loving and tender with you. See him as being emotionally mature, being able to communicate his thoughts and feelings in a loving way. Um, he wants me but doesn't act steady and get me. Okay, see him as being completely stable, secure, and guess who you have to also see as being stable and secure? You. Okay? So you both are now communicating your feelings emotionally. You're communicating your feelings emotionally. Oh my God, why am I having a hard time? You are both maturely communicating your feelings. You're both stable and secure. You are both ready for a steady and happy relationship, and that you both get each other. Channel interrupted. My questions won't show up. Why? You might be asking something that I have a filter on. That's the only thing I can think of, but I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Try asking again because nobody is deleting it. Costco executive member. During separation, I went into therapy and discovered I had been sexually abused as a child. I was emotionally unfaithful and available. Will I have to talk about this with her or is revision enough? Okay. Costco executive member. I think you probably want to have a relationship where you can be so loved and trust your person so much that they're able to love you and be there for you no matter what you went through in your childhood. So it's kind of up to you. Anything is really going to be whatever you really believe that it is. So if it were me personally, I would want to see that I can talk about anything with Hannah, including, in the past, if I, had that kind of abuse in my past, I would want to see that I can count on him and that he was going to nurture me and love me if I had any kind of fears, worries, or doubts or flashbacks or anything like that. Northwest Wind, hello, interesting comment. When you're saying they, who are you referring to? Oh, um, I think A was referring to people who are just, let me see if I can go up and answer that question for you, Northwest. Give me a sec. They don't want twin flames to be together. Um, yeah, I don't know who they were talking about either, but Northwest, don't hook into another story right there. Like I see your brain going. Just stop, Northwest. Just stop. Just start trusting more of what's in your soul than anything else and start seeing that you and your person are one. Hold on one second. Oh wow. Okay, so Hannah is trying to post to you guys. Weird. Okay, so I don't know what's going on because a couple of you guys are saying my questions won't show up. And Hannah's even saying I'm watching but can't post a comment. I just posted hi love. Wow, this is weird. Wow. I don't know what's going on. Um I am so sorry guys. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking down. Hannah's trying to come on guys and for some reason it's not showing up and then other people are saying that they can't that their questions aren't showing up. So I really apologize. I don't know what's going on. Um, it's really weird. So what Hannah wrote was "Hi love" to me, and then okay to Costco executive member when you asked if you should talk about your sexual abuse with your partner. Hannah wrote, "Oh no, Kat wrote Costco. She will understand you so much more if you tell her." Hannah wrote, I'm here. Um, Bren, what do you think about having visions, Kim, when you're not imagining? Guys, I don't know what's going on, but you guys aren't, it's like some things are coming up and some things aren't. So let me just respond. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. So let's see. Why isn't my baby showing up? Um, I honestly I don't know what's happening, guys. So anyway, what we'll do is I'm going to just talk a little bit about revision and then I'll probably call it for the day. YouTube is being dumb. Yes, it is. Thank you. So revision. Okay, let me just see. Jenna's checking the comments. Jenna, can you see mine? Let me see. Hold on. All right. Like it's funny because Hannah's seeing things that I don't see. Can you see mine? Channel interrupted. Yeah, it's probably YouTube. It's okay if this shows up. I'm listening anyway. Okay, good. Um, oh, baby, I know you're watching. I don't see any of your comments. I don't know what's happening. I could see your comment under the video the other day. So this doesn't make any sense at all. All right. Anyway, I should talk a little bit about revision. Wait a minute. Channel interrupted. I like how my comment about YouTube shows up though. Oh my God, that's so weird. So your other comments don't show up, but the one about YouTube did. So YouTube is being really weird. I can't see Hannah's either, Adriana. Okay. All right. Let me see if I lose this live, guys. And Northwest is saying I don't see Hannah's. Let me see if I can go in. Um, let me see if I can do something here. Give me a second. If I lose you guys, I'm really sorry. I'm having a hot flash now. Oh my God, I love this. Let's see. I wonder if there's some sort of a bear with me here. There has to be something with a live, something with the lives. And let me see. Give me a second, guys. Just looking to see if I can find out what's going on. And I want to talk a little bit about revision. Yeah, nothing is making sense here. I must have, I don't know, baby. I don't know what's going on. I'm really sorry. I don't know what's happening. Okay. I can't figure it out. Can't figure it out, guys. So it must be an issue with comments with certain users. Yeah. And I don't understand it because Hannah's comments showed up under the last video that I did. And some of you guys, I don't get it. Anyway, I'm sorry, guys. Let me talk a little bit about revision here. So, how to revise when things aren't working out in your favor. And this is with anything when you're manifesting, okay? So, you can use revision for revising things in your past. Like my most part, thank you, baby. Hannah just texted me, no worries. Jenna's writing, check your filters. I was just looking at that and I can't figure it out. Okay. Hannah's saying keep talking. Okay. So um you guys know I'm starting to get caught up in everything here. Okay. Revision. One of the most powerful ways that I like to use revision. You guys understand what revision is, right? It's like something happened in your past and you didn't like it because it wasn't in alignment with your highest and best or with the highest and best version of, say, your specific person or someone else. Revision is as simple as reenacting the experience and seeing it happen differently. It's very, very powerful. And really, the most empowering part about revision is because it allows you to release all of the painful worries and the feelings and the emotions that came along with the experience. With me, it would be hard to, like, say, for example, when me and Hannah were going through our stuff, we were going through our rocky period. And guys, please, please, please trust that your end exists with your person. Don't give up because it doesn't matter what was said. It doesn't matter how far away it looks. If you could just get in trust and in faith and keep only seeing the highest, best version of you and your person, you will experience that version of you and that version of your person. Okay. But you have to stick with it. Sticking with it means persisting. Persisting means having faith and trust. So if you're just persisting and doing the inner work without having the faith and trust, you're technically not doing the inner work. Okay. Okay. So, if, say, for example, if me and Hannah were having an argument, let's just say we were having an argument and we were both saying things that were not of our highest and best nature. We were not saying things in highest and best love. Okay. I would delete those messages. So I didn't go back and read them and stay in my fear and stay in my wound and my worry about it. So I would delete anything and everything that I didn't want to hear or see. And then I would either revise by just seeing the situation, the conversation differently, or, and this was a wonderful way to soothe myself, or I would just use whatever happened in my mind as knowing this is okay because everything is going to shift and change when I am able to step into my deep, complete trust and let all my walls down and know that I'm safe and secure and see myself as being stable, grounded, and in my power of being able to love and to be loved, allowing myself to allow Hannah to love me and seeing the two of us get each other and love each other and want each other. Oh, baby, I wish that you could come on right now. But it was when I could revise the situations into seeing what I wanted. Okay. That is the most powerful way from my perspective to revise. And also, I revised like when my dad growing up, which I love my father now. I did a lot of inner work and I've completely forgiven my dad. I can remember a lot of good memories now. I can remember how he in wonderful ways how he loved me and how he wanted to take care of us and provide for us. And I basically did that through, and you guys kind of watched the forgiveness and the healing unfold, because when I first started this channel, I was talking about the abuse that happened with my dad. I used to be in so much pain, but I continued to see when Hannah especially would mirror that stuff back to me, and I would detach everything from Hannah and just see the highest and best versions of us. And then I would go in and I revised what happened with me and my dad. And I would revise it by seeing my father loving me and seeing my father when I was in his office. Like, let's say that something happened between me and Hannah. The wound came up that, I was feeling triggered, and my cognizant, my memory was remembering, oh, that reminds me of dad. That reminds me of something that happened with my father. So I would detach that from Hannah and be thankful and grateful that we were marrying each other because we love each other so much, and that we're creating our life together, and we're both empowering each other of being the best and highest versions of each other, healing each other and all that great stuff. I would let myself cry and let myself heal, um, by always remembering the end with me and Hannah, leaving it there nice and safe. And then I would allow myself to show up for the little part of myself that was hurting. If I needed to cry, if I felt like shit, I let myself feel like shit. But the differences that happens with some of you guys is something happens in your 3D with your person, and you're feeling sad and you're feeling frustrated, but you keep putting it on them. You continue to blame them for it. You're not doing the detachment part. Okay. You wouldn't believe the power in this if you would just do it, or you should believe the power in it. So, one of the most significant revisions that I did with my dad was, I got triggered, detached it from my baby, let myself cry. I cried a lot. I was in a very deep wound, but I kept telling myself how perfect I am in everything I say and everything that I do, how valuable I am, how much of a gift I am to myself and everyone in my reality, how much I am my priority, that I'm lovable, that I'm deserving, that I'm worthy, more than good enough, all that great stuff. And then I remembered my father, and I remembered I was right there, like 4 or 5 years old, in his office. And I heard myself start crying literally in my bedroom. And I started saying out loud, "What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me?" And I literally saw myself there with my father saying, "What's wrong with me? Why don't you love me? Why can't you love me?" And he got right up from his office chair. Now, this never happened in reality, but when I revised it, he got right up and he just grabbed me and he said, "Baby, angel, princess, there's nothing wrong with you. You're perfect. I'm sorry. This is not you. This is me. This is not your fault. It's just forgive me," and all of that stuff. So that was how I revised that. And I'll tell you what, after I did that, what a huge leveling up that happened with me, and then with me and Hannah as well, because while I'm healing, my baby's healing too. And that is part of how these connections work. Okay. So that is the best way to revise, but you can do that with anything. And I highly recommend it. Now, if some things happened in the 3D with me and Hannah, and if I couldn't revise, like in other words, I couldn't see it differently because it just really triggered me so deeply. All I did was I made the decision, this is actually happening for us, because that's what I believe. This is all contributing for a very, like, you guys, you guys have no idea the depth of love now, that when you come out of the other side of it, the depth of love is beyond even your wildest dreams. It's beyond even your imagination. It's better than you could have even ever imagined it. And a lot of you guys, I see you guys comments that you did the inner work, you trusted in it, you had faith in it, and now your person is saying the exact things that you hoped for. And that the reason why is because you know your person, because your person lives within you, and you know your person so well that whatever it is, when you're in trust and in faith and feeling the love and knowing that they're loving you equally as much, when you are really connected with your person energetically and emotionally, however you imagine them being in that highest and best light is the best version of them. It's not an imagination, it's not a fake thing. So start really realizing that your imagination is real. Your imagination is what creates your outer world. Your inner world creates your outer world. Your inner world creates your outer world. Your imaginary act, when you're in trust, then like when you're doing the work, knowing that it's working. It's a knowing. It's knowing. It's not like, "Oh, is this working? I don't think I'm doing this right. I'm not seeing any proof of it." I never did that. I never did that. So please understand this. when you're doing the inner work, when you're doing the inner work and you're doing it from a place of constantly wondering if it's working, you're manifesting a version of you that's always going to be wondering if it's working. If you're constantly looking and seeing they're not changing, he's not changing, she's not changing, they still don't love me, they're still not acting that they love me, they're still whatever, you are going to keep manifesting the version of you that keeps experiencing that. Okay. Would you please? That's so having blind faith means that you trust in something that you don't see the evidence of. So stop looking for the evidence and then you'll see plenty of evidence. Okay. Anyway, I love you guys. So it's 3 o'clock. I don't know how long I've been on. Let me see if I can see. This is very frustrating because me and Hannah, we're going to basically talk to you guys. It's okay. The next live will be different. Yeah, I can see really quick, guys. Let me just check on something because Hannah, I can see Hannah's comment under my awareness of your SP. I really would love to be able to get Hannah on here. Give me a second. If I lose you guys, I'm sorry, but I just want to see. This makes no sense. I know YouTube, if YouTube, if you guys are listening, I know you guys love us and all. I know you guys like are awesome and amazing, but you guys have been tinkering with things behind the scenes. And I know that. And I just want to see that YouTube's got everything together and they've complete whatever upgrades they're doing in the back end and that everything is working even better than ever. So let me see if I can see on my computer under my awareness of your SP video, Hannah commented and I can see. Let's see. Yep. I see Hannah right there. So there's absolutely no reason why Hannah should not be able to talk on the live. I don't get it, guys. I know that right now I'm actually putting all my energy and awareness on what I don't want. I'm doing it live as we speak right now. So I should stop. So I'm just going to see that we're both talking to you guys on the next live. Okay. So let me go up. Let's see. Patty, you're coming across as needy. Who? Find hobbies and things that make you happy. Learn to self-regulate. Yes. Emotional self-regulation is a huge part of it. Guys, I got to tell you, my absolute favorite way to reset my vagus nerve. So I can get triggered very easily, even the littlest things can put me in my sympathetic nervous system where I'm in fight or flight. It's because of a trauma that was very deep that has nothing to do with Hana whatsoever. But I experienced a very, very scary trauma in my 3D reality. Okay. I manifested a very, very painful situation. Actually, the situation that happened was perfect. It was everything that had to happen. And I'm so incredibly grateful that it did happen because it actually was part of the orchestration of putting me and Hannah in union. So, and so many other wonderful things in my life. But because of that traumatic experience, the littlest, tiniest thing can happen that even my mom might say something simple. Like I remember months back, and I know my mom is going to be watching this too, but my mom was doing something. I think she was at a casino and she said, why don't you come by and hang out? And I remember I went right into my fear of, oh no, like if I allow myself to be able to be close, I'm going to get hurt. And I went right into my fight or flight, and which means I didn't want to fight with my mom, but I wanted to just protect myself, because if I felt safe or secure, I'm going to get hurt. And so to this day, it's still something that happens because, there's this human part of me, that particle part of me. You guys are all, we're all billions of atoms. We're energy, but we're also particle solidified matter. So the little human part of you is the solidified matter. And that is your pain body, which holds all of these emotional triggers and wounds. So you become aware of it with your emotional feeling state. And my emotional feeling state when I go into fight or flight mode, out of wanting to run because I'm afraid that I'm going to get hurt. It happens all the time. So anyway, the reason why I wanted to say this, I'm going on and on about this, is because a lot of you guys are still in fight or flight. You're holding on to that fear. You're in your pain body. And a very effective way to get out of it, if it is safe for you, if you have no pre-existing heart conditions or any issues with your blood pressure, and if you're, I'm actually going to say this medical disclaimer. I am not a medical provider, nor am I a therapist. And what I'm about to suggest should be only done if you have checked with your medical provider to make sure that it's safe. But there are plenty of YouTube videos that explain how to do a cold water face plunge. And all you do, it works for me. It's safe for me because I have no pre-existing conditions. All you do is you get a big bowl of water, you fill it up with ice, fill it up with cold water, you get the temperature between 51 and 59 degrees. When it's right there, you dip your face in it for anywhere between 15 to 30 seconds. Hold your breath, dip your face right about here, have a face cloth or towel right next to it. When you pick your head up, you dry off your face, you will automatically go into your parasympathetic nervous system, which means your vagus nerve has got reset. You will no longer be in fight or flight. It will make it much easier for you to manifest the things that you want when you're not feeling the fear anymore. Because when you feel the fear, you're attributing feeling the fear as something not working. It's really that. And then, of course, you have to manifest something not working. Does that make sense? All right, Nancy. BG, yes, you're right. Okay, I'm sorry. I missed too much. You guys give me some love, give me some hearts if you're loving the live so far, and if I'm helping you guys, if this video is of some value. Okay. Okay. Patty Cuevas, love your videos. I also have deleted messages that are opposing to what I want. I just focus on my end. I know this is happening. We have a beautiful life together. Wonderful, Patty. Timothy, Mancy, Sharma, pull back and self-soothe. Give yourself the love you need. Allow. That's correct. Mancy, BG. So don't need to put in. Oh, thank you for the love, guys. Thank you. I needed that. Um, I'm missing some communication here. Carla, give yourself that love when you need to. When I feel scared, I just ask myself what I need in that moment. Also, when you guys are triggered, literally ask yourself, if you have a worrisome thought about you and your person, really catch yourself and ask yourself, if we were in our end together, how would I be feeling right now? Ask yourself that simple question. Okay. And if you're not in a deep trigger, I suggest, have you guys ever heard of, okay, auto suggestion is something by Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich, but I think it actually goes way before Napoleon. Napoleon Hill as well. Auto suggestion is simply using repetition so you change the inner voice that goes on in your mind. That's all it is. Constantly using repetition in affirming and writing the new story and overwriting the old story with the new story, just over and over and over again. Eventually, that inner voice will change and it will be telling you something that's in favor of your end with your specific person or you having all the money that you deserve and want. Okay. Auto suggestion is simple. It's very simple. The best times to do your inner work is when your subconscious mind is open. So, and I've been doing this, since 2005. And actually, even, I thought more. I've had a lot of things that I manifested even before 2005. But the most prominent inner work that I did to reverse engineer and understand manifesting started in like 2005. Okay. So that's how many years? It's a long time. And you guys know I'm 52, but I don't look it. So anyway, and I always constantly affirm, by the way, here's a good example of creating an auto suggestion and changing your belief system around aging. No matter what I do, if I look at myself in the mirror, if I use any kind of product on my face, if I'm eating and drinking, if I think about anything related to age, I always tell myself, it's like I'm reverse aging. I love that I look 35 years old. I love that I keep looking younger and younger. I love that the older I get, the younger I look. I love that I keep getting younger and younger looking. I love that and so that's what I do. And then now I've changed the little voice inside of me that I know that I just keep looking younger and younger. And I see evidence of it in my reality all the time. People are always telling me that. And by the way, Hannah is exactly the same. Why? Because we are basically we're the same. He also looks like he's reverse aging. He looks really young too. Neither one of us look our age. So anyway, I am getting a lot of love for that one. That's a good one. Let's see what else. So guys, I'm assuming that this video was of some value and that you've gotten something out of it. Nancy wrote, Kim, should I go no contact? Because sometimes it feels so tough to not react to those things about the 3P, about hurting and so on. Okay. How I suggest you go no contact. Give me a sec. Um, oh, wait a minute. The content of this meeting is being sent to a third party. What is going on? I'm getting the weirdest message, guys. It's telling me the content of this meeting is being sent to a third party. That must be YouTube, must be the third party. This is just bizarre. Okay, I don't know. Whatever. I'm not even paying attention, not giving this any of my awareness or energy. So I was on, let me get your name again, asking if you should go no contact. Give me a second. Everything skipped. Okay, I'm going to stay with the question because a lot of you guys ask me this question. And I think it is important that if you are having a hard time, if you're getting triggered left and right, so much to the point where you're unable to stay in trust and in faith and feel secure and stable and grounded, and you're not able to see yourself as being like that happy, fulfilled, loved, cherished, adored, like you're in some distrust and you're continually being put in distrust because it keeps happening over and over again. I think it's a good idea to retreat so you can gain your footing again and gain being grounded again and all of that and do your inner work. But I wouldn't block anybody. Don't block your person. Don't block and don't make 3D demands and don't you don't have to say things like I'm not talking to you anymore because this that. Just don't cause more issues, don't cause more problems, because that would just be you reacting and coming from a place of not having. Have I reacted in the 3D very poorly with Hannah? Yes, I have. And this should give you guys some reassurance. Me and Hannah went through so many things together where we were both poorly reacting to each other. And um, so even going through things in the 3D where we were not of our highest and best, it still turned out to be more than okay. Okay. So don't worry. Like I saw somebody's question recently, and I don't remember verbatim, but they said, like, I really reacted last night. I said and I did things I didn't mean. Did I ruin everything? No, you didn't. You have to realize and remember all circumstances of everything in your reality are empty and meaningless until you assign the meaning to them. So an argument can break you apart or it can bring you closer together. Me and Hannah watched The Notebook the other night and I was crying like a baby. Oh my goodness, good tears. I was just so happy. I love The Notebook so much. But we went through something very similar. And when Noah said to Allie, stay with me, and she put up all of the little reasons or whatever, her fears, her limiting beliefs, her worries and the doubts of why she couldn't. And because, the reason was because we fight a lot. We fight a lot. Look, we're fighting now. I see a lot of you guys make these comments like, we're not compatible. They said we're not compatible. They said we're toxic and this and that. Guys, everything will turn around when you do the inner work, okay? Do things from a place of unconditional love and you guys will be the best versions of each other. But when Noah said, because this is very realistic, the movie is very realistic. When Noah said, yeah, that's what we do. We fight, but I love you. And it's going to be hard, but we can do this. And we're going to do this and we're going to make it work. And he said whatever else he said, because I love you and I can't ever see my life without you and all of this, that stuff. That's exactly like an experience that me and Hannah had, like actually in the 3D, where we just got to a point where it was like, oh, are we incompatible? Are we toxic together? And I just realized like, no, we just freaking love each other so incredibly deeply that we scare each other. We scare each other because we don't want to lose each other because this love is so damn rare and powerful and profound. Even my mother, like even when in the past, my mother even said, like, I don't remember what it was because I remember I talked to my mom and then I talked to Hannah about it, but my mother had said something like, it's just because you guys love each other so deeply. That's it. It's just because you guys love each other so deeply. And anyway, so, and it's true. And so if you guys are experiencing that kind of thing where it's like you guys are fighting like cats and dogs, it's okay. What you want to focus on is your end of that. You guys got all of the fighting out of your systems and you're both completely ready and surrendered and in security with each other. That like focus on a lot of good sex, like a lot of laughing, a lot of romantic evenings, a lot of loving each other, cuddling, snuggling, um, just being each other's best friend, being there for each other. I constantly imagined just us laughing together and we laugh so much. And he's the funniest person I've ever met in my life. And nobody's ever made me laugh so hard to the point where I'm actually in physical pain. I am in such pain from how much, and I wonder if he's like smiling and laughing right now. But he can make me laugh so much that I can't breathe, that I literally can't breathe. And we just have so much joy between us. And guys, we went through a ton. So please don't give up and just trust and persist. And remember this, okay? Remember this. When you trust in your heart's desire with your specific person specifically, and you know that if you are loving them and you are trusting them, that while you're doing that, they're feeling you too. It's not something that might eventually reach them. Thought transmission, throw thought transmission out the window. It's archaic. Think of it this way. It's instant. It's precise. It's in the moment. Okay, it's in the moment. So if you're getting hot and cold behavior and ups and downs and roller coasters, it's because you are on an emotional internal roller coaster because you're probably fighting off your own inner demons about being afraid to be loved. So one minute you're doing your inner work and it feels good and you're in trust. And the next minute you're like, I don't think this is working. They don't love me. They said this, they said that. So then you're protecting yourself again because you're afraid again. So that wavering that you're having is being mirrored back to you. And for those of you guys who haven't heard back from your specific person, please remember this, okay? Myself included. Myself included with this. There are plenty of people who did not hear back from their specific person for a long time. And we don't like, as a coach, I don't like to define things like time because then you guys immediately go into it's a very human thing and you should stop it. You immediately go into comparison mode. Well, I've been doing it for this way. They did it for this long. Why did they get results and I didn't? It's simply probably because you're not actually trusting on a deep soul level. Okay. Um, Okay, so I think I've literally made all the points that I want to make with this. I love you guys. It's 3:15 now, and I believe I've been on for a good amount of time. Let me see how long I've been on. Okay. Wow. Seriously, like my live isn't even showing up on my phone, which means this is bizarre. Like guys, my live isn't even showing up on my phone. So why am I manifesting this? What beliefs do I have about YouTube that is creating this experience? Because I'm going to have to change that. Let me just go and see if I can see me. There we go. Okay. Seriously? Like there we go. I got myself on my phone, which means this. Okay. So I got it now. So I'm gonna sign off in a minute. You guys, I'm gonna open this up for a couple more questions. Emily wrote, how do I overcome him sleeping with someone else when he was drunk? Now he's back and I don't know how to move forward. I want to revise. I would have a hard time revising betrayal personally. So, well, Emily, I am, you can revise it. It's kind of hitting up against the personal boundary that I have. I never had to worry about that with Hannah because I never, ever questioned whether anything like that would happen. So it wasn't my experience. So Hmm. This is going to take some thought here. I guess if you okay, ask yourself if you can forgive the experience. Ask yourself if you can see him having learned his lesson, see him as being incredibly in love with you and knowing your value and knowing your worth. And um, a lot of times when people are manifesting, they kind of have to use what might be almost like creating their own circumstance, creating a bridge. And sometimes doing that can actually help you heal. So there are plenty of people. I'm not saying like this is not has nothing to do with my manifestation or with my experience with Anna, but there are plenty of people. I've met plenty of couples in my past, my previous line of work, when I was manifesting my retail business. I met couples who were together 5, 10, 20, 50, 60 years. Like I've met people who were elderly who were together for a very large part of their lives. And I would always ask them questions because I love relationships and I love people and I love hearing people's stories. And this is all very 3D, but what I learned was this: people who have lived a very long life together oftentimes went through a lot of heartache. And sometimes, I'm not saying in all cases it's okay, but sometimes they got through betrayal and they ended up going through counseling. And through the counseling, they were able to heal and start fresh. Now, obviously, that's very 3D, what I'm talking about. But sometimes to overcome this kind of experience in your mind, you might want to see yourselves getting counseling because I do believe that in some cases, even when it comes to deep soul connections, when somebody makes that kind of a deep error and mistake and they really regret it and they truly were not thinking highly of themselves, maybe you weren't thinking highly of him either, and maybe you don't see yourself as being prioritized or good enough or chosen. Maybe it was just the perfect recipe for you, unfortunately, having to experience this. But yes, if you can go into forgiveness of him and maybe see you guys going to counseling, to me, that would end up, for me, this is just me personally, that would have to be like a necessary bridge that I would have to see happen in my 3D reality. I know a lot of YouTube coaches would say just revise the entire thing. I wouldn't be able to revise that because I'm such a deeply feeling person. That kind of betrayal and hurt, I don't know if I actually could bounce from it myself personally, but I have seen other people do it. And I've seen, again, not even knowing about manifestation and hearing their stories gives me that kind of hope that when two people really love each other, sometimes they do make mistakes and sometimes they end up, destroying the love that they have because they don't believe or know their self-value and self-worth. And that all comes down to you too, of knowing your self-value, knowing your self-worth, and doing a lot of self-concept work. So you have to do a lot of self-concept work of healing, of knowing your value, knowing your worth, seeing yourself as being the priority, seeing yourself. You need to kind of choose yourself. You need to prioritize yourself. You need to give yourself a lot of love and heal any wounds that you have of maybe you had a wound of competition, of that you were never able to get what you want, or that you're just not seen or valued. So what you have to do, Emily, is do that for yourself and also see him as being, I don't want you to keep him in a place where I mean, just if you can forgive him, and forgive the act, let God like work through you. Remember what I said in the beginning of the session, that God is everything and God is the beginning and the end of everything, and everything already exists within God, and you are the many to one gods, and God created you as being the creator of your reality, and he gave you an amazing imagination and an incredible heart, to be able to forgive and to love unconditionally. So if you are able to get there, then you can absolutely manifest reconciliation and healing between the two of you guys. Again, for me, I wouldn't be able to necessarily revise it. You can try to revise it, but I wouldn't be able to revise it. I'm just being honest with you. I would have to use it as this was a bridge that was literally going to be the catalyst of us really and truly surrendering to the love. So, yeah. So good luck with that. And if you want help, I can help you, but it's hard to kind of guide you 100% completely just in the YouTube video, but you can heal the situation. Um, and just detach a lot from and hand over all of your fears, your worries, and your fears over to God. Okay. So, Soul Haven, when I'm triggered, I do Reiki on myself. It helps me relax quickly. Okay. Whatever works for you, that's wonderful. BG wrote ice bath. Yes. Ice baths work. I've never done the ice bath, but just again, dunking my face, it works. Mancy, Kim, should I go no contact? I think I already answered you about that. Only you don't have to go no contact, but just retreat back. If that means like you can go no contact without actually going no contact, you can just, if you need to step back and do some healing, step back and do some healing. You can communicate that to your person too, by the way. You can say, you know what? I appreciate whatever the case is, but I need to heal. I need to go within and do some healing. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna go and do me for a little bit. Sophie Marie, that's about right. Oh boy, everybody just bounced. Okay. Kat, I believe 100. This video is done and I will post afterwards in full. Awesome. I hope my Hana shows up afterwards too. Alexandra, is it okay to get back together and manifest SP even though you've been separated for several months and both of you slept with somebody else during the breakup? Of course. Why wouldn't you, just because you guys slept with other people, so you guys smartened up and it was necessary because you being with the person you were with and they being with the person that I'm so happy and grateful I never went to this, and that they being with the person that they were with, you guys were like, yeah, you're not my one. You're not my love. And, yeah, absolutely you can. Fred, hi Kim. Do we have to have discipline in manifestation or just by assuming? If it is, if it's supposed to be effortless as necessary routine with techniques in order. Fred, I've been answering this question for so long. I think we had a session too, but I've been manifesting the same exact question for months with you. Okay, Fred, listen. Um, if it's supposed to be effortless, it doesn't mean, guys. Fred, I say this with love, okay? Manifestation is effortless, but you getting to a point where you trust in it is where your effort has to come in. It takes effort, focus, and discipline to face your fears, worries, and the doubts, to release them and to trust. That takes a lot of effort. Okay. Manifestation itself is the simplest, effortless thing. But from your perspective, as coming at it from a human 3D perspective, it is going to take effort in you stepping into trust. That takes effort. Okay. So do your techniques, be focused and disciplined already. Okay. All of the time that you've spent on questioning everything could have been spent on just seeing everything, just seeing what it is that you want and staying there instead of messing with the 3D and constantly ruminating and remembering all of the things that happened that you didn't want to happen with your SP. Okay. I love you, but I'm sorry, but you have to stop doing this. Just be disciplined and focused. I love you. And I'm sorry, Fred. I'm sorry. You triggered me because I want to see you get what you want. I want to see you be with your SP. I want you to get out of your own way. I want you to be trusting, and I want you to be trusting in the process. Persisting doesn't mean just saying affirmations day in, day out, all day. Persisting also means knowing that manifestation is true and real, knowing that we create our realities, knowing that our inner world creates our outer world. Trust in the process, faith, blind faith. That is the inner work. That's the bigger part of the inner work. Okay? I love you. I'm sorry. Woo, you brought that coach out in me, Fred. I'm so sorry. Had to come out. Gina. Okay. um, but it's still possible to have him back, right? Oh my God. Yes. I love him deeply, but I used to be so anxious that he might not love me. Oh my God. So I kind of manifested that. Yes. Yes, you did. PS wrote, hello. Emily, thank you so much. You're welcome. Northwest Wind, thank you. Okay. Bhagwati, I'm so grateful that I found you on YouTube. My SP herself taught me about manifestation. Awesome. I'm still in the process. Great. Just keep going. SV, does my SP think the same? Wow, I got a headache I have such a headache now, guys. I need to manifest healing. I just really like brought way too much energy to that. So anyway, Fred, I said all that with love. And so please, please, Fred, be disciplined. If you're listening to coaches tell you that you don't need to do your inner work, I don't know who the heck you're listening to, because every reliable, reputable coach that is on YouTube that knows what they're talking about consistently says repetition is key. Inner work is key. Trust is key. Persisting is key. Okay. So to say I don't need to do the inner work is just whoever's telling you that, it's probably like TikTok or something. I have no idea, but those people aren't real coaches. They're just trying to get your money and trying to get views. It's that simple. SV, does my SP think the same as I daydream about us? I believe so. Yes, SV. Do you believe they do? Do you believe it? Doesn't matter what I say. It's what you say. If I'm seeing us being together in a loving relationship, does he also think the same as that? Yes, in that exact moment. Yes, in that exact moment. And then if you go in fear about it and not seeing evidence of it, then you think like it's not happening, then he's going to be wavering back and forth internally in his heart and his mind. He's going to be coming towards you. He's going to be thinking about you and wanting you. And then when you're in fear and you put your walls back up, he's going to feel that too. And guess what? His walls are going to go up too. Mirror, precise mirror. Can you share insight about manifesting money? Sure. I am behind on my rent and debt. Okay. Doesn't matter if you're behind, okay? Wake up in the morning, same thing. I love that I'm so wealthy. Every day I become more and more rich. Every day I see more and more money in my reality. I love that I have such a consistent, steady income of over $10,000 a month. I love that $10,000 a month is so easy. I love that I don't have to worry about money anymore. I love that I feel so rich and secure and wealthy. I love that I literally can do and say anything. I love that I can buy anything. I always love, by the way, I love, I used to do this when I was learning how to manifest money at first. I decided how much money I wanted to make. So at that time, wherever I started, I was, I had 10, everybody starts with $10,000 a month. I don't know why. That's like a magical thing, and that's fine. So I would just keep, I'm going to get back to you, Fred. I would just keep saying, oh, I love that I make $10,000 a month. I love that I actually would go between 10,000 a month and just 150,000 a year because that was easy. I love that I have an income of $150,000 a year. I love that money is so easy and effortless. I love that I keep having more of my money. I love that I'm so wealthy. I love that I'm so rich. I always use money to manifest, by the way. I use money even now to manifest. Excuse me. I love music to manifest. So I use music to help me manifest things with me and Hannah. I use music to manifest things with money. Like with Hannah, I would always listen to music that he dedicated to me, or just kind of songs of that kind of undying love, never sad songs, always that beautiful love. And then I would imagine us dancing and kissing. When it comes to money, I listen to things that make me feel like really strong and sexy. And I put the music on, I kind of dance to it, and I feel that feeling of feeling very powerful and having a lot of money. I see myself making X amount per month, whatever I want. I just say affirmations as soon as I wake up. And I am very much aware that while I'm doing the inner work, it's working, and that I'm simply, okay, guys, listen to this. You are making a conscious decision to accept the version of you who is wealthy, who's rich. Okay. Then action is always a part of everything we manifest. We are always going to have some form of action. Sometimes we're going to be aware of it. Sometimes we won't. You might have urge to look things up, or to do things, or to read things, or to watch things, or to go here, or to go there. You might be aware of it. You might not be. It's all a mix. Okay. The point is, when you're actually in trust and in faith and seeing yourself and feeling yourself be wealthy, and I know that you're behind in rent, and I know that that's a very insecure feeling. So the little part of you who's feeling insecure, that little part of you needs to hear you tell the little part of you, you are safe, you are secure, you're going to be cared for. Now, if I'm really in a deep, dark, like in the past, when I was learning how to manifest money, and if I was experiencing things in my 3D reality of the opposite of it, that's when it does really help hearing, or excuse me, detaching and thinking that God is literally providing for you, knowing that God is providing for you and handing it over. Okay. Just handing it over and trusting that you don't have to worry about anything. Okay. I hope that that helped you. So you want to tell yourself that you're safe, secure, you're going to be cared for, that you're not going anywhere. And sometimes it is that insecurity and that feeling of not being safe, or being fearful that we're not going to be able to make money. We're not going to have enough money. That's what creates the lack of money. Also be very thankful for every bit of money that you do have. So when you do have money and when you spend the money, be grateful and thank the money. Thank you, money. Thank you, God. Okay. So JJ Day, I'm a success now and 3D is beginning to catch up. Not bragging, just happy to finally be. You can brag all you want, JJ. It's okay to brag. It's okay. You're not going to be a narcissist if you brag about yourself. It's okay. Okay. Tammy Lear, unfortunately, he lives in a different country. And it's okay. It doesn't matter, Tammy. Okay, guys, I love you. I'm feeling wait, hold on. Max Queen feels delusional and I have manifested so much in my life, but there's fear around this era, I guess. It's okay. You can be delusional. There's nothing wrong with being delusional. Go ahead, be delusional. We're all delusional. Everybody's delusional because unless you're truly living in the present moment, in the now moment, you're imagining the past as if it's happening now. You're imagining a future that hasn't happened. And when it's going against you and when it's painful, you're delusional. You're being delusional because technically speaking, you're not living in the now moment. You're not living in reality. When you're living in your past and you're living in your future, you're actually technically not living in reality. So you may as well make it fun. You may as well be delusional in a way that works in your favor. Okay. A wrote, I love you, Kim. Thank you, A. Fred. All right. What did Fred say? Sorry, Kim. I need to hear it. It's just sometimes I feel techniques bore me. Okay, Fred, then you're not doing the right techniques because the right techniques is going to put you in a state of bliss. Okay. So maybe if you can have another session with me, just have a 30-minute session so I can give you some more inner work. And don't if you don't want to, but I'm just saying you can if you want, because your inner work, guys, should feel blissful. Okay. And then Fred wrote, I do not want to trigger you. Sometimes I'm a bit stubborn. Yeah, Fred, stop being so stubborn. Fred, stop writing under videos the same questions over and over again because that's you're solidifying yourself as being the version of you that doesn't get it. Okay. So stop. Mama Kim is saying stop. And if Papa Bear, Hannah was on, Papa Bear would be saying stop. Okay. I know that. Let me see if Papa Bear has texted me at all. Hold on. No. Okay. I love you guys. I'm having another hot flash. Even though I'm 35, I don't understand why I'm having a hot flash. But anyway, I am having a hot flash. So I got to go and I have to just go and do some things that I'm going to enjoy for the day. Not that I didn't enjoy this. I did. I loved you, but I've had enough. And I love you so much. And I hope that you guys learned something from today. I hope it was of some value. If you need me, just email me at kim@coreunion.com. You can book a session if you want, and I can help you. For those of you guys who have booked since Friday, I apologize. I respond within 48 hours of receiving everything Monday through Friday. So on the weekend, I really, really desperately need to recharge. So I will be responding to you guys. I'll be scheduling everybody who is already scheduled with me. If you haven't heard back from me, if you booked on Friday, you will be hearing back from me by the end of the day tomorrow. Okay. I love you guys so much. Have an amazing and incredible day. Thank you for all the love. Belikta, have a wonderful evening. Love you. I love you too, Belikta. Jakara show, you don't need to do it, Tammy. Okay, I'm missing that. Sorry. Bye. Bye. Missy said, thank you. Hannah, baby, I love you so much. I love you so, 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 so much. Sorry, Al, we'll figure out what YouTube did and why this isn't working. Timothy wrote, book a session, Fred. Everybody thinks you should book a session, Fred. Tammy Lear, I affirm that he will reactivate his account and contact me. Tammy, don't just focus on the contact, focus on the relationship, okay? Because you're trying to manage the middle. When you get into micromanaging the middle, we create a messy middle. Stop middling. Okay, I love you so much. Bye, guys. Have an amazing day. A wrote love, 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 love back. Okay, bye, guys. I got to do it. I got to end.